to my channel. It's me, Shantae, and you're watching Shake It Up with Shantae. Thank you for tuning in to my channel today. If you're new, welcome, 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 and I appreciate you for all of you new subscribers that I have. I really appreciate it, and if you've been here before, welcome back, and thank you guys so much. Today I will be showing you my way of making my homemade hamburgers. Also, I will be making some homemade Parmesan fries from fresh cut potatoes. What you will need is, I have here 2.5 pounds of ground beef. This is just your regular ground beef. If you want to use ground turkey, you're more than welcome to. I have bacon because I will be making a bacon cheeseburger. Also, you are going to need a little bit of salt, some black pepper. I have a hamburger seasoning salt, paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, of course, some Parmesan cheese, some complete, which is my favorite. I tell y'all I'll put that on everything. Also, I will be using some steak sauce. I have some Worcestershire sauce. I have some Vlasic sliced pickles. I have some powdered ranch. I have some pepper jack cheese. I have my fresh cut potatoes right here that I already peeled and sliced, and I have them soaking in water. I also have a whole bell pepper that I sliced and diced. I have some fresh tomatoes right here, and I have buns, which I need to take out. But this is all you're gonna need, and we're gonna begin mixing the ground beef in just a second. All right, so I'm just gonna open this ground beef. I'm gonna use the whole pack of this ground beef. I won't be saving any because it's gonna feed 3 people. So I'm gonna use the whole thing. Once I put that in there and set that out the way, I'm going to put the whole bell pepper that I diced and sliced in here. Gonna put that. Also, I'm gonna start adding my seasonings. I'm gonna put my hamburger seasoning salt in there. I'm gonna put some black pepper, and I like black pepper on my hamburgers, so I'm gonna go a little heavy on the black pepper. I am gonna put some paprika, onion powder, and you can put as much as you think you like. I think 2. I always use about 2 tablespoons because none of this stuff, I try to get seasonings that don't have salt so I can use a lot of it. Complete, it don't really have as much salt in it. I will be putting 1 pack of this ranch. I don't need both of them. I'm just gonna put 1 pack of this ranch. This, if you've never tried this in anything, you could put this in spaghetti. You could do meatballs with this. I like to put this in my ground beef mixture when I'm making hamburgers. It gives it an awesome taste, and I know a lot of you all have never thought about that before, but it's amazing. Also, I'm going to be putting steak sauce in my mixture. That's probably about 1/3 of a cup. And just a tad bit of salt. Just a tad bit of salt, not much. That's it. Just a tad bit of salt. I'm going to wash my hands first, and then I'm going to mix this. So I have all my stuff in here. Now I am going to mix everything up. You want to mix this up really, really good. You don't have to use ground beef. Like I said, everything I use and I make is substitutable. Yes, it is substitutable. So if you want to use ground turkey, you don't like bell peppers, but I'm going to be showing you, like I said in the beginning, how I make this my way. So this is what I like to do to my hamburger. This is what I like to put in my ground beef. I like bell peppers, fresh bell peppers, and I put all of the seasonings. But like I said, you know, you can omit or add whatever it is that you like for yourself, because you don't got to eat it. But this is how I make mine. Some people want to put egg and, you know, breadcrumbs and all of that type of stuff. You don't need none of that. I don't think you need that. So I'm going to pat my patties out. And I like to make my burgers pretty big. I don't like little, skimpy, little burgers. I like my burgers kind of big. So these are about a 1/2 inch thick. So I'm just gonna pat them out. You don't have to pat them tightly either. You just pat them out like that. So that's one. I don't like a little skimpy burger. If I'm gonna eat a burger, I want a burger. I want an actual burger. I don't want a little patty. I'm too big to be eating a little patty. I need a burger. All right, so I have my 5 patties here that I've patted out of my 2.5 pound of ground beef mixture. So these are my 5 patties that I have ready standing by for my cast iron skillet. I love my cast iron skillet. I'm always using this if I can. I use it for everything. So you're probably wondering, why does she have water in her cast iron skillet? So this is how I make my homemade hamburgers. So basically this is a large cast iron skillet, by the way. So I have 1 cup of water in the bottom of this skillet. Now I'm going to get this hot enough just for a semi-boil. Then I'm going to put my burgers in here, and basically my burgers are going to kind of semi-steam, then fry at the end. Well, not really fry, but they're going to semi-boil. So I'm going to get my water to a medium. It's on medium-high heat because I want it to boil a little bit before I put my burgers in there. And then this is what I'm going to add to my water. I'm going to add some Worcestershire. You just don't want to use just plain water. No, not around these parts. You want to season everything, because if you don't have seasoning, your food is nothing without seasoning. You can have the most plain food in the world and you add some seasoning to it and give it some flavor, and you have a spectacular meal. So I'm going to be adding some of this to my water. I'm going to add this to my water, which is all of it. And then I'm going to put a little salt in the water. Just a little bit. I'm going to add some complete to my water. Now this is, I don't know what size, if you use a skillet, what size you would use. But this water that I have in the bottom of this skillet will not be covering my hamburgers. I'm not boiling them. I'm just kind of pan searing, semi-steaming them, kind of, sort of. So I'm just using a little bit of water. So it's right where I want it. It's not going to be a hard boil, because I don't want it to have a hard boil, because I'm going to put a top on it. So I'm going to lay these burgers in there just like this. This water that's steaming with the seasoning in it, this is going to take your burgers to a spectacular place in heaven, because they're going to be so moist and juicy and flavorful when they're done. I just sit them in here just like so. And I'm going to cover them. I'm going to put a lid on top of them, because I want them to semi-steam. Once the water kind of boils out a little bit, I'm going to take the top off and let it pan sear the rest of the way. That's when I'm going to turn them over. I like my burgers just like this. I seasoned the water. I put a whole cup. And as you can see, my cast iron skillet is kind of big, because I put a whole cup of water, and it's not even going halfway up my burgers. So you don't want the water to cover your burgers, because you don't want to boil your ground beef. You want it to cook just like this. This is how I like my burgers. So I'm showing you guys how I do this my way. All right. Meanwhile, I'm going to finish cutting up my potatoes for my fries. Let me show you guys how I do this. Let me just move this out of the way really quickly. Okay, so I have whole potatoes here, and I have one left. One whole potato, but this is how I slice them. This is how I slice them up, just like this. And this is 3 potatoes, by the way. I use 3. This is going to be the 4th one. This is going to be the 4th one. So I'm going to finish cutting up that one. Turn my oil on so I can begin to fry them. I'm going to also go ahead and put my bacon in the oven. I'm going to preheat my oven to 350 degrees. All right, so it's preheating right now. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in a pan, finish cutting this up, and get my skillet hot and ready, and I'll be back in just a sec. All right, so my burgers are cooking. I forgot to tell y'all, which I know some of you are cooks, your burgers will shrink a bit. That's why I make mine so huge. If you notice, those are the first 3 that I put in. These are the last 2. They will shrink a bit. Now my bacon is about to go in the oven. My oven is set and ready for 350. My oil is heated up. My potatoes is all cut up, and I'm about to drop them in the frying pan. All right, I'm gonna drop my fries into my frying pan. And I dried these off because I know they had sat in water, so they can stay white looking. I'm losing one. But let me get this. I'm only gonna put a few in there, and I'm gonna let these. You don't want to overcrowd them because you don't want them to be soft. I'm gonna let these fry until they're golden brown. I'm gonna flip my first burgers over, and I won't be mashing them down or anything. I'm just gonna flip them. Okay, gonna flip them. Do I need to flip these? No, I'm gonna wait a little bit on those. So my first 3 should be ready in about 5 more minutes. They should be ready, and I have my fries going, my bacon going. And we're on the road to stardom. We're on the road to stardom, you guys. All right, you guys. So I've taken out my first 3 burgers. That's these burgers here. I have the remainder 2 left. Once those 2 get done, I'm going to drain all of the oil out of this pan. I'm going to put the burgers back in here, top them with cheese, and put the whole skillet in the oven until the cheese melts. I have my first few fries ready. I sprinkled a little complete on them while they were hot. I have my second batch of fries cooking, and my bacon is about done. So I want to give this meal maybe another 15 minutes, and we'll be ready to eat. All right, y'all, so my burgers has gotten done. All of the oil has kind of cooked down, the oil in the water, so I'm going to top it with cheese. And this is Sargento pepper jack cheese. I'm going to put it on all of the burgers. I have 5. I'm going to put the cheese on top. And I'm going to put them in the oven in this same skillet. Let the cheese melt. Turn that off. And I'm going to pull up these few fries and put another batch in. Alright, now my burgers and my cheese has melted. My bacon is done. My french fries, my Parmesan cheese fries, they're done. As soon as I took these out of the frying pan, I put a little bit of complete seasoning on and some Parmesan cheese. I'm going to go ahead and fix my plate and let you guys see how I do this. Alright, you guys, so I'm getting ready to plate my plate with my burger and fries. This is a potato bun. It's very soft, a yellow looking bun. And this is the brand by Martin's. These are the best buns and bread ever. They are so soft. So I'm going to put just a little bit of mayo on mine. I like mayo on my hamburgers, have to have it. So I'm going to put it on both sides of my bun. Yep. Alright, put it on both sides, and then I'm going to get me a burger. See which one I want. I'll just get this one right here. So I'm going to take this burger with my cheese on it, set it here. I'm going to get me a couple pieces of bacon. Ooh, it already looks good. I'm going to grab me one tomato. Let me put a little seasoning on my tomato. Let me put a little bit of complete on my tomato. If you want to put salt and pepper, you put what you like. I like complete, so that's what I'm going to use. I always want me some fresh onions. I'm going to put me some fresh onions on here. And I'm gonna put me a pickle, just one. I'm gonna top this off with me a little bit of steak sauce. Ooh. If you want ketchup and mustard the traditional way, you can. I don't like ketchup and mustard on my burgers. This is how I like it. Look at that burger. Look at that burger. Look at that burger. Look at that burger. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna grab me a few of these Parmesan fries that I cooked up. Just a few. Put a little bit of parsley on there for color. We're gonna sample this baby. I'm gonna take this to the table and we are going to sample this burger and these Parmesan cheese fries. All right, y'all, so I'm finally finished cooking my homemade hamburgers and Parmesan steak fries. Fresh, original cut potatoes, made cut them myself, frying them myself, my hamburger. I have a little ranch mixed with a little Valentino sauce on the side to dip my fries in, and I'm gonna go ahead and give this a taste. I couldn't wait to finish this. Look at this burger. This is a real burger. This is a real burger here. This is what you call a real burger. It's still juicy. Look at how juicy the burger is. That comes from that little bit of steamed seasoned water. Let me bite this. Mmm. 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 Oh my God. Mmm. This beat any burger I have ever had. This beat any burger. These fries, dip it in my Valentino sauce with my ranch. Mmm. Mmm. Best fries. Best fries. Don't cut your potatoes up too thick because then it takes longer for them to cook. If you're gonna do fresh fries, you want to cut them up pretty thin so they don't take as long to cook. But oh my God, best Parmesan fries ever. Mmm. You guys, you have to try to make this. Make this burger. Put that packet of ranch seasoning in there. Get you some complete. Put you some Parmesan cheese on your fries straight out of the, as soon as you take them out of the oil, go ahead and sprinkle you a little bit of seasoning on there with a little bit of Parmesan cheese. When I tell you, you will not regret it. Best burger, best Parmesan fries ever. I'm going to sit here and finish enjoying my meal. As you all know, I won't be long. I won't hold you up too longer. But make sure if you've enjoyed this video, you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Share this video. Share my video. Watch its entirety. Please watch it to the very, very end because it counts. Give me a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that notification bell so every time I upload a video, you will be notified. If you have any questions about this recipe, please leave it down in the comment section and I will answer. I try to answer all of the questions people have for me in the comment section. See you next time. Bye. Mm.